the Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge. And
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years. A career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
To the left side wing. They get a hand on it and stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break and finished off by Nurkic.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Doncic passes to Richardson. A 3 from Porzingis. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doncic left side. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, talking about Lillard, he's so good as a scorer in the paint. I mean, probably just as good as any point guard.
Out left to the wing. Simons the pass to Lillard. To the middle. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard with the bucket. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
3 on all count. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Powell, that's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brunson, no good. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard outside. Lets it go with the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Hardaway kicks to Powell. Here's Brunson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. For the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And McCollum puts up a deep three, sinks the three-pointer.
In the range of McCollum, it continues to expand. Brilliant at measuring these long shots.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over to the left wing. Back to Kleba. Pass to Powell. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left in the first quarter.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
No good on the quick three. Powell, the pass to Giles. Down low. With 4 seconds on the clock. And that's going to be a travel. He gets it up. Doesn't go for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Trailblazers. They're up by... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein. J.J. Redick is out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. Now McCollum following Willie Cauley-Stein's three-point attempt. Outside Covington. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 6. McCollum against Powell. McCollum no good.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's McCollum. The Mavericks making the shot. And stolen by Redick. Hardaway finds Powell. Now Burke launches a three. And that goes out of bounds. Pass touch by Cauley-Stein. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Kanter. Back to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. The three for Doncic. The Mavericks rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Tries again over McCollum, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Doncic gets the 14-footer to fall. Doncic has got 8.
And sometimes there's just nothing you can do against Doncic. He's terrific at keeping his focus on the rim.
Doncic against McCollum. 1:57 left in the second quarter. Giles, that's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Porzingis can't hit. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Just his first attempt. And it's Anthony getting it to go. Anthony's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Mavericks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Al Richardson still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside, Porzingis with the shot. Here's Finney-Smith. And Brunson has it in the corner. Back to Porzingis. A second chance effort. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
Well, I'm surprised he's still out there. I mean, he's been invisible at the offensive end all game long.
Lillard misses. Mavericks trail by 9. The pass to Brunson. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Jones drives in, and then Jones with the jam.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. Wide open look. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Jones for 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And
Kevin, thanks. Coach.
all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. Portland did not hesitate to set the pace. Tenacious on both ends of the floor. And that does it for our half.
I promise to pray for a positive fate.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Mavericks trail by 11. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Little. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2. Now, here's Doncic. And here's Nurkic. Lillard outside. Releases. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Look, the jumper of Lillard, you better respect it because he gets it off so effortlessly.
Passes it to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Marjanovic finds Porzingis. 4 on the clock. The 15-footer. Good. Porzingis has got his first bucket in this one.
Offensively, there's few things on the court Porzingis can't do. He can use his length, strength, or both.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And here's Porzingis after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Trailblazers leading by 14. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Feeds it to Little. He dishes it to Nurkic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 9. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Over Burke. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Hardaway, no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Cantor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding Cantor. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher, and doesn't mind the physical battles.
Mavericks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Jones checked in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Hardaway. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Brunson with it. 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Powell for 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. Another shot. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Oh, and the athleticism of Cauley-Stein on the drive is really outstanding. Not many players are equipped to try to stop him given his insane length.
Now here's McCollum. Redick with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Brunson finds Cauley-Stein.
And the chemistry Cauley-Stein has with his guys is evident. He knows when to go for these alley-oops.
Here's McCollum. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And so he hits the technical free throw. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Richardson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Brunson has it in the corner. Richardson the bounce pass. Marjanovic down low. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers enjoying a 12-point lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Doncic. And for Portland, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Now, here's Lillard. Covington trying to break free. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
It's Richardson on the wing. And here's Doncic from the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Out to the right wing. Dallas moving the ball around. A steal. Simons, the pass to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Will it go? Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Now Anthony. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
On the wing, Doncic. From outside the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the left wing. Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trailed by 19. And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Here is Lillard. To the paint. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Nurkic. That shot off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Richardson dishes to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
And that one is good.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Lillard. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here's Porzingis for a 3. The putback, and Doncic is right there.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Powell for 3. No good on the shot.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Richardson. Outside for Redick. No good with the triple. Here's Simons. There's the pass to Nurkic. From deep. Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. You see a lot of this now.
And so Portland takes this one.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Over the land of the free.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball. DH.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks had...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the five down low. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. 4 on the shot clock. Zubac kicks to George. No good on the 3. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Richardson finds Marjanovic. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. George with no one around. That doesn't go either for George. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Morris against Doncic. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George dishes to Leonard. George against Doncic. A nice shot by George.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts. And the one thing I love, he really can pass.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Doncic outside. Marjanovic down low. Working on Zubac. Count the basket. Marjanovic has got his second basket. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. George looking over the floor. Pass to Leonard. Doncic with the steal. A solo fast break. Here's Finney-Smith. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Doncic against George. He dishes it to Morris. Back to George. From deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic finds Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. On the wing, Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. The 3 for Doncic. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now, here's Kennard. Batum trying to break loose. Passes it to Kennard. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Beverly. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. He kicks it to Beverly. Back to Cousins, trying to end the drought. So the wing on the left. The three. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Hardaway. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hands checked in. Hardaway hits them both. 30 seconds left to play here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
On the wing, Hardaway. Here's Brunson, and the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
From past the arc. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Dallas as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Redick in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Lets it go from deep. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Outside, Redick. From deep three-point range, Rondo with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. Pass to man. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Now here's Burke. Now Richardson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris outside. Now here's Zubac. Defense right on him. In the corner, George with it. From the arc. Hands it from downtown. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, And I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. George passes to Zubac. George fires. No good off the front iron.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Beverly. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Beverly showing he can make things happen off the bounce.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Leonard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Back to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now, here is George. He has 7. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. The drive by Doncic. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
George against Doncic. They get it back. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Doncic outside. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Brunson. And a miss there off the inbound. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent, Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 5. Kenny, what was your impression? And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Mavericks leading by 5. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George. To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Doncic with it. He has 6. And he gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
George up top. Guarded by Doncic. Here's Zubac. That one drops for him. Zubac has got his second bucket tonight.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
Here's Doncic. He's got 8. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got the lead back up to 7 now for the Mavs.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Clippers also changing it up. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the layup falls. George has got 9 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his 1st foul. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his first basket.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
The putback, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kennard on the wing, covered by Redick. They get the rebound. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Leading by 5. Hardaway, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Kennard for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Brunson, good. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cousins has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Rondo against Brunson. From downtown, Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Kennard finds Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Reddick dishes to Hardaway. Back to Reddick. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Outside Reddick. Over Kennard. It's a tie game in Dallas. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And for the Clippers, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. They got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Left side, Leonard to take the lead. Mavericks with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Three-pointer. That one, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. It's rebounded by Leonard. And here is Los Angeles now. Kennard for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
A crafty lefty with tons of range. You can't take your eyes off Luke Kennard defensively.
Doncic outside. Can't get it to fall.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And finished off by Leonard.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Doncic against Beverly. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Doncic.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Kennard. From deep. That shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Doncic. And contact. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Toronto.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic has checked in, and it's Doncic missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1.
If you're his teammate, get Cousins the ball. He delivers.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. And a miss there on the triple. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside for George. From deep. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is good. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
George finds Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Doncic outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on Luka Doncic.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
Here's Marjanovic. They shoot again. Cousins pulls it in. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Tipped away and stolen by Cousins. Kennard for 3. They get it back. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean,
all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
7 inches.
Welcome to 2K Sports. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Austin Rivers. Porter is out there with Bull. And it's Nikola Jokic. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now, here's Bull. Rivers with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. And stolen by Richardson. Pass break, Dallas. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played. And
an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Dallas shooting their first free throw of the game.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Marjanovic, rebound by the Nuggets. First quarter, just over a minute played. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist from Porter.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Porter against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
Out to the right wing. Bull with it. He's against Porzingis. Rivers. Up again. Jokic on the follow.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
Now, Doncic, 5 points in the game. Porter with a block. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
It's Powell on the wing. Hardaway kicks to Powell. Here's Brunson. No good on that one. Good defense by Jokic. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the shot goes down.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
It's Redick on the wing. It's up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Kick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Rivers kicks to Harrison. And here's Jokic. He has 6. Denver passing it around. Shoots over Powell. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Brunson, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. And that one's good. Millsap.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the pass to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Brunson. Clock at 6. Pass to CLA Stein. Offline with the baseline jumper. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And now you're starting to see them just turn up the tempo a little bit.
29 seconds left here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Mavericks shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Burke, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. For Denver, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. 16 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Harrison. Over Brunson. They kick it out to Green. There's the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Jokic has got 9.
Boy, it is really valuable to have a big guy that can stroke it from deep. Jokic is very good at recognizing when to pull the trigger.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Will. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Harrison in at the 2 spot. Campazzo, Richardson covering. Green kicks to Harrison. Pass to McGee, fires it up, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. McGee's got the lead up to 5 now for Denver. Back to Richardson, passes it to Burke. Outside, Porzingis. And that one is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Cole comes in for Green. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers in for Shaquille Harrison. The Nuggets leading by 3. The pass to Jokic. Doncic with the steal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Bull, the pass to Jokic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. The Nuggets with another miss. Doncic with it. Picked up by Rivers. Doncic, no good.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense and forcing them to foul.
Both good from the line that time. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Doncic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Stolen by Brunson. Cauley Stein dishes to Reddick. Powell kicks to Reddick. Pass to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about that? Reddick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Morris looking over the floor. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Outside Hardaway. Morris against Brunson. Powell, the pass to Reddick. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
The shot comes out, so that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Okay, David, much appreciated, and now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 11 points and 5 rebounds. And that does it for our half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got Luka Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Rivers against Richardson. Jokic high post. And no good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Jokic, no good. Dallas leading by 3. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
In the corner, Bull with it. A three-pointer off the mark.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
And finished off by Rivers.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Doncic against Porter. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded, and it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Doncic with it. He's got 11. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of it.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
it. You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Porter with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's a 3-point Denver lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Brunson the pass to Pop. Stein finds Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about the assertiveness from Hardaway Jr. there, electing to go with power and force. I love it.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. And it's McGee with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. And here is Cauley Stein. Lets it fly. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And all Powell needs is good positioning inside, and when he does get it, he's throwing it down.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Nuggets on top, up 1. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Denver will start the fourth quarter. We've got Paul Millsap, Harrison out there with Morris, and there's JaVale McGee. It's Najee in at the power forward.
With long arms and excellent skill and understated strength, Millsap bullies the defender on the finish.
Hardaway, no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. It's a three-point game, and that one's good. Harrison.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And that one drops for him. Denver leading by 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. Out to the wing. Najee passes to McGee. Buries it down low. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Morris outside. Pass to McGee. Just 5 on the clock. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Nice D from Doncic. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Rivers, he's checked in for Denver. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Porter against Doncic. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Passes to Bull. Porzingis with the block. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Paul Millsap is checked in for Michael Porter. And so here is Dallas. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Marjanovic passes to Doncic. They now take the lead. Doncic has got 12 points in just the second half.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
And there's the pass to Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Finney-Smith. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. And they call the fouls. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic is court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Mavericks leading by 4. And the dunk by Doncic.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Jokic missing. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Now, Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's Richardson on the wing. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Pass to Jokic. Launches it. Burt grabs the miss. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's... short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at shooting guard. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Marjanovic. Damian Lillard pulls it in. And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. Simons, Covington, Doncic trying to get open. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Here's Finney Smith. He's guarded by Nurkic. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard gets it to go.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Here's Doncic following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Marjanovic. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. Here's Porzingis. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Pass to Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Goes back up.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And the dunk by Covington.
Well, you have to love an authoritative finish, and Mr. Covington leaves no doubt.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Josh Richardson. Shoots over Doncic, and it's Lillard missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now, here's Lillard.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. The Mavericks rebound. Finney Smith kicks to Porzingis. And here's Doncic from the arc. Drops in the tray. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Hard to find any weakness in Doncic's offensive game. Boy, when this three-point shot is dropping, look out.
Lillard attacking. Passes it to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. To end the run. Here's Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. Powell, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Brunson, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Trailblazers trail by 3. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Powell kicks to McCollum. Over Brunson. They get it back. Nurkic can't hit.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Brunson, good. Brunson's got his second bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. A 3 ball. Connects from 3-point range.
Well, if you let Melo get get his feet set, turn the lights off.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks. Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked how
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from
well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Norman Powell is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Giles in at the 4 slot. They're the group that Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Burke, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Here's Giles. Count that bucket.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Burke looking over the floor. On the wing, Hardaway. Outside, Redick. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell, no one around him. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. The pass to Hardaway. Cauley Stein against Kanter. Outside, Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas, no good that time either.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Anthony, the pass to Kanter. Anthony kicks to Powell. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Now, here's Lillard. The shot's good.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Brunson. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Portland leading by 3. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Portland making their last shot.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
We've got 1:23 left here in the second, and there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Norman Powell. Lillard attacking to the wing right side. Here's Nurkic. Yep, that one goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 5. Richardson trying to break loose, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 7.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Lillard against Doncic. 13 feet away. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Doncic with the steal. Here's Richardson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Now here's Lillard. It's good.
Boy, that's the type of shot they'd like to get on every single possession.
Dallas has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Lillard against Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
It's all tied in Portland.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were always within striking distance. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Here's Simons after Luka Doncic's bucket. And he dunks it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
And Doncic gets it to go.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Nurkic up top. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Doncic feeling it out. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Doncic outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Lillard with no one around. Lillard again missing. The Mavericks shooting it really well. 54% from the floor.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. 1:51 left to play in the third. Powell kicks to Brunson. 6 on the shot clock. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the game.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got 7 points.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Brunson with it. He's got 7. Unable to get that one. Good D by McCollum. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Deep 2 from Anthony. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Back to Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside, Redick. And the 3 off target. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Here's Giles. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Brunson against Kanter, and it's blocked. The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Lillard outside. 4 seconds left, and he gets it to go. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers out in front. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Leading by 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Anthony, and it's Kanter in its center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Count the basket.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Out left to the wing. Porzingis against Anthony. On the wing, Hardaway. Oh, good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Powell. And the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Porzingis passes to Hardaway. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, two things there, guys. Tim Hardaway Jr., the power, the concentration, refuses to be stopped when he wants to score.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in, and Dallas with a change here, too. Doncic is checked in for Trey Burke.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Now, here's Doncic following the missed shot by Nurkic. Good.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Porzingis against Nurkic. Lets it go from 14. Here's Marjanovic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
This guy just feeds off that fourth quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic outside. Excellent D from Cancer.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
To the middle, and Cantor throws it down.
That is the strength of Enes Kanter on display. This guy is so good at staying with his shot, even when there's bodies around him.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Powell. And Dallas with a change here, too. Finney-Smith's checked in. That's good from Cantor. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Doncic. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting. Now here's Lillard. Luck that time, but it drops. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is a time to give his team some punch.
Doncic with it. Can't recover. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Doncic.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
Lillard scanning the floor. And the rejection by Marjanovic. That's to Finney-Smith. His first shot coming late, and it's Dallas with another. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. And here's McCollum. Lillard outside. Count it. Good.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Dallas moving it around. The 3 for Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. Tries yet again. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Lillard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Second shot opportunity. Yes!
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Ends with a big win by Portland in a tight game. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. You've got Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Morris in at the 4. Doncic looking it over, and it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Dallas. Here's Doncic. The rebound by Paul George.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
On the wing, Doncic. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Doncic against George. Morris outside. Back to George. Out to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Jackson dishes to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from three-point range. Inside. And it's George missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Here's George. Jackson kicks to George. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
And George, here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Luka Doncic. It's his first trip to the line. The throw good, Paul George.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
I love how Redick gets it going from distance. Really a tremendous three-point shooter.
George passes to Kennard. Cousins with it. Brunson covering. Cousins against Brunson.
With his height, is able to get up there and jam that one down. Just get the ball deep to him on the inside, and pretty much he'll take care of the rest.
Outside, Redick fires the 3 for 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Now here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Latrey. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rondo finds Kennard. Takes a three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Powell, the pass to Reddick. And here's Brunson. Passes to Hardaway. Nailed from three-point land.
I feel like Tim Hardaway Jr.'s role is to be out there and gun away, so ready to shoot that time.
Kennard against Reddick. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Reddick surveying the D. Over to the left wing. Here's Brunson. His three-pointers off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed it.
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
We got DeMarcus Cousins, Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Kennard for 3. Fade away. A putback. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his second basket.
Well, the edge to Cousins rebounding, you're okay with it if it shows up in the way he goes about his business on the glass.
Hardaway for 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Kennard kicks to Beverly. Back to Kennard. Pass to Man. And here's Kennard. Burke covering. Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Brunson scanning the floor. Fires the 3. Powell tips it back in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tipping.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Man passes to Kennard. Now Cousins. Back to Kennard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Kennard's got his first points in this one. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. And Cauley Stein over to help. Lock at 6. Here's Cousins. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
It takes a lot more than that to stop DeMarcus Cousins. He is a huge presence
And he answers every defensive challenge they pose.
Burke finds Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Kennard. He feeds it to Cousins. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 4. A minute 20 left in the first half. Cousins, the pass to Batum. Back to Cousins. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Cousins, the pass to Zubac. And then jammed down right as he goes over Marjanovic.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Doncic, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Burke. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. It's deflected. Porzingis with the steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Doncic gets it to go.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. And that one drops.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
Now Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. And some good action through the first.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by 1, ending the half with a 4.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Cousins has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. From deep, George. Wow. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here's George for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. The Mavericks leading. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. The three from Porzingis. It's a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Morris against Porzingis. Leonard looking over the floor. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Porzingis.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer. The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in, and then for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Hardaway for 3. Sinks the triple. Hardaway has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Leonard. And Dallas with a change here too. Brunson's checked in. Pass to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Finney-Smith kicks to Brunson. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. The 3 from George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's something I think Paul George in the offseason is really working on, just pulling up off the dribble, maintaining great balance. Very few flaws in his offensive game.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
For the lead. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Man's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard's shot is off.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Brunson. Good D by Rondo.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
No good from Zubac. Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Nice shot by Porzingis.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rondo dishes to Batum. Now the pass to Man. 46 seconds left in the third. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Out to Doncic. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Man. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks lead by 2. And do not go. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Doncic outside. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Here's Marjanovic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Porzingis against Morris. To the paint. Here's Zubats. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And the dunk by Zubats.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th. Dallas again missing.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And that one's good. Doncic.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
George passes to Zubats. Back to George. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And so confident.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
George looking around, passes it to Rondo, dishes to Morris. Back to Rondo. Kicks it to George. Over Doncic. George, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. Well, Richardson is a capable scorer, but nothing feels better than shots like that.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Rondo. The dish to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Morris. And the Clippers lead by 2.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Here's Doncic. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right side, Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Rondo. Outside, George. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
From deep three-point range. That shot off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Pass to Zubac. On the wing, George. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
From deep. Misses there. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. coming right up. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Porzingis, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Denver, Cole is out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. Doncic. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot. Marjanovic, no good. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Jokic with the steal. Porter passes to Bull. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Jokic against Marjanovic. The kick out to Porter. That shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Doncic looking it over. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Doncic. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
For Denver, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Rivers passes to Bull. Back to Rivers for the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Jokic passes to Bull. Campazzo off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And the pass to Richardson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Now here's Porzingis. It's Rivers on the wing. It's good.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Doncic left side. Down low. Ball stolen. Here's the break. Here's Harrison. Drops in the breakaway layup. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Denver.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of it.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Foul, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Good on both. Mavericks trail by 5. Brunson with it. Pass to Powell. Outside, Redick. Shoots the three. Rebounded by McGee. Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Millsap has the open look. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brunson against Morris. Dallas no good that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Boy, it is hard work trying to guard Redick because he stays active and is never still. Always on the move.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Morris with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Najee, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It's Redick on the wing. Powell kicks to Brunson. 1 second left. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Redick in at the small forward. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. The Mavericks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Denver in the lead. There's the dish to Millsap. And he uses the glass on the layup. Millsap's got his first 2 points.
You've got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. He has 5. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Millsap. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. That one, no good. Here's Burke. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Cole comes in for JaMychal Green. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers in for Harrison. And Dallas with a change here, too. Marjanovic is checked in from downtown. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail to the inside. That's good from Porter on the assist by Rivers.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
To the left side wing. Powell against Jokic. Finney-Smith passes to Burke. Dallas moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Marjanovic tries again. Nice D from Porter.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the shot goes in. And it's a 3-point Denver lead.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Mavericks, Zinkas, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. The Nuggets leading by 3.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Doncic with the steal. One-on-one fast break. A pass to Porzingis.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Rivers passes to Jokic. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Jokic finds Porter, and good that time.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Here's Doncic. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's Porter. And he banks in the layup. Porter's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Nuggets on top, up 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Austin Rivers with a strong contribution so far in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Harrison. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 4. That's the group on the 4 for Denver. Millsap misses. Mavericks trail by 5. And he commits the intentional foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Porzingis for a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Porzingis has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Mavs. Now here's Rivers. 8 points for him. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now Richardson. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Jokic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Outside, Porzingis. The pass to Marjanovic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
The drive by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Rivers, that one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Doncic outside. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Reddick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Trey Burke's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. On the Mavericks with some changes. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Trey Burke. Morris outside. Dishes it to McGee. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McGee's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Brunson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. Millsap attacking, and it's good for 2. Millsap's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Brunson. Dallas, no good that time either.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And it goes down 2 points. And now it's a 12-point Nugget lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Shot to stop the run. Dallas again missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Morris outside. Now the feed to McGee. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Really, the right play defensively, if you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Here's Harrison. Headed by Porzingis. And that one's good. Harrison.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Hardaway. Dallas again missing. And a wide open look for Porter. Good on the triple. Porter's got 9.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. We'll make... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And that one's good. Harrison.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mavericks trail by 17. Right wing. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Harrison passes to Jokic. To the middle. Here's Millsap. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
5 on the clock. Millsap got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. 9 feet out. Bull, that's good. Bull's got his first bucket in this one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis, and stolen by Bull. Here's Millsap, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Denver.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Jokic, and again it's Denver.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, you can see it in his eyes. Porzingis looking aggressively for his shot.
The Nuggets leading by 17. Pass to Jokic. To the paint. Poked away. 13 feet away, and Denver again with the bucket.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Denver.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jokic.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Campazzo. That three off the mark. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 16. Off target with his three. Here's Denver now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Back to Harrison. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Four on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. And here is Doncic. From deep three-point range. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.